Hello students, today's lecture is on the levels of structural organization of the human body, and you'll find this information in chapter 1 of your book. We start off at the smallest structural level, which is the chemical level, in which we're looking at atoms and molecules. And the 4 biological macromolecules that you have to know for this course are proteins, lipids, carbohydrates, and nucleic acids. From the chemical level, we work up to the cellular level, and cells are the basic structural unit of life, and they are what will come together. Cells and similar types of cells will come together to form tissues. And then different types of tissues will work together to form an organ. And then different organs will work together to form an organ system. And then finally, different organ systems will work together to form the whole organism, in this case, the human body. Let's begin to take a closer look at that. Again, we'll start off at the chemical level. At the chemical level, atoms will interact and bind together to form molecules. And once again, I'm going to reiterate the 4 molecules that we'll work with in this class are the lipids, carbohydrates, proteins, and nucleic acids, the 4 biological macromolecules you'll need to know. And then those molecules, they interact and work together to form cells. And cells, once again, they are the basic structural unit of life. And cells, similar types of cells, will come together to form the tissue. And in this case, we're looking at the smooth muscle cells working together to form smooth muscle tissue. And then different types of tissues will interact and work together to form an organ. In this case, we're looking at a blood vessel. And on the inside line, the inside of the blood vessel is epithelial tissue. And then the next layer inside of that, or outside of that, outside the epithelial tissue, the inner lining is smooth muscle tissue, the muscle tissue. And then finally, the very outer lining of that blood vessel is made of connective tissue. So in a very simple organ, the blood vessels, we see that we have 3 different types of tissues that are working together to form that blood vessel. To the next level is the organ system level. In this case, we're looking at the cardiovascular system. And in the cardiovascular system is composed of both the blood vessels and the heart. 2 different organs working together to form that organ system. And then finally, several organ systems will work together to form the whole organism. For example, the respiratory, the cardiovascular, the digestive, the urinary, the muscular, the nervous system, all systems that we'll study in this class. Those systems work together to form the human organism. So once again, we start off at the chemical level with atoms forming molecules. And the 4 biological macromolecules you'll need to know are proteins, lipids, carbohydrates, and nucleic acids. The atoms, the molecules, they work together to form the cells. And the cells are the basic unit of life. And in this case, we're looking at a smooth muscle cell. And then the cells, the similar types of cells, come together to form tissues. So in this case, we have smooth muscle cells that are working together to form smooth muscle tissue. At the next level, different types of tissues work together and interact together to form organs. In our case, in this case, in the blood vessels are composed of epithelial tissue, connective tissue, and muscle tissue. Then the different organs come together to form an organ system. In this example, blood vessels and the heart work together to form the cardiovascular system. And then finally, at the whole organismal level, we have several different physiological systems that work together to form the human organism. Such as, in our case, the first semester in this class will be studying the integumentary system, the skin, the muscular system, and the nervous system. Thank you.